I'm getting it together, Bigfoot World. I'm getting it together. All right, Bigfoot World. I'm awake, guys. I must overslept a little bit. Sorry I'm late. First thing first, guys. Give me thumbs up. I know that. But first thing first, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? What's going on? Bigfoot World. I'm waking up slowly. I ain't even got no notes today, guys. We're just gonna wing it like every weekend, every Friday. We still end up having a good time. I ain't even get a chance to make no damn coffee. It's one of them weeks, guys. But hey, it ain't been a bad week, though. I gotta say, it definitely ain't been a bad week. But thanks, guys. I see you, Kim. I see you finally made it too, and you're watching us on the big screen. What's going on, Winfred? I'm rolling my bugler up real quick. We'll get into it. Give you guys a couple minutes to get caught up because I know you guys. There's only 55 here. We ain't get started yet. I got some explaining to do, Scooby. All the way from South Dakota. That's what's up. We got people from all the way around the world. That's why we have fun here, guys. We got everybody from all walks of life on here. We just have a good time. Nothing but fun. You can tell I just woke up. They've been working us long hours at night, guys, at FedEx. Went to another manager's meeting. I had to do a 5-minute presentation on safety. I think I kind of crashed and burned on, well, not on the safety presentation, but I think on the meeting itself, I crashed and burned a little bit. It's just the nerves got the best of me. But I don't know. I think it turned out good. I think I pretty much hopefully get the position. 101, man, it's storming here. We've been getting rain, thunderstorms all day for the last couple of days, about 3 days now. I see we got 5 thumbs down. That's what's up. Could we get 2 more? Man, we got the haters watching. Even though they keep watching, but they don't make sense. All right, guys, we'll get started here. At least I got some sweet tea. I hear you, pussyfoot. When you're around all the managers sitting in your face, you get nervous. Them higher ups, all the what they call them, the big wigs. Yeah, you're definitely hot in Texas for sure, Dorothy. What they say, 101. But anyways, guys, this new forest, man, it's got me like 50-50. Now I know they're up there. There's been a lot of sightings going on up coming out of that area. So I just wanted to pretty much check it out for myself, see if there was any. Just look for signs, see if there's any Bigfoot signs, see what I come across, and it got crazy. Now I don't know if that Bigfoot did that because he knew Chrissy was pregnant, or if he just seen us. There's 2 spots going along that trail where I know he could see us coming down, and when we was going in, I smelled that real bad smell. It really didn't seem like it was strong enough to be a Bigfoot smell, but it was bad. It took your breath off you. And as soon as we got down in that valley, the whole temperature changed. It got real hot, real muggy, real humid. It got nasty down in there where you can barely breathe. It was like a rainforest when we got down in there, and it was just it was nuts. As we started climbing up over the other side, you found that big ass moss ball setting up there on top of that broken ass tree. Now they did the same thing. Not them. I don't think it was them Bigfoot, but my tribe, they left me like that gift with the bone with the moss on top of it. It's like the pretty much the same symbol, same thing. It's weird. I have no idea what that shit was about. They can smell it, probably. I think it might have something to do with why they was that's the way why he was acting, but I think he reacted on me first when we was coming back out. I'll start over. When we was going in at that same exact spot, we smelled it, and then we took a couple more feet. And what it did, it started wood knocking. It was like light wood knocks coming off from the same direction. So we just kept on moving up through there. We just acknowledged it and kept moving. We all heard it. So we moved out maybe 2-3 miles out that trail. And we turned around, came back. And as soon as we hit that same spot, I didn't smell it. But at first, it just threw the rock over. It threw a rock. And that's when I stopped and turned toward it. And I told Fred and Chrissy, they was like 30 feet behind me and shit. I was like, hey, man, let's get up into a group. He's right here. He's definitely right here. And as soon as I said he's right here, that's when he started. He did a wood on rock, and then right after that he hurried up and switched to rock on rock. So I told him, come on, let's just keep it moving. This ain't good. He's like 20 feet, 15, 20 feet in the wood line right there off the trail. So we started moving a little bit more down, and he kept doing it. He kept clacking them rocks back. So this weekend, guys, I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna go in. If it's rain lets up, it gotta stop raining one of these days. But as soon as rain lets up, I'm gonna get in there by myself and do a little bit of off trail and up in that area. See if I can find some tracks in the right where he was, and see if I can get him to do it again while I'm by myself. If he does it again, I'm walking in there. I'm gonna probably walk out around and cut across into him. See what he does. See if he keeps on clacking them. Yeah, I didn't see Cat on here yet. Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. That's a whole nother ball game. My three-toed beast. Hey, that's our government material out that way. It could be anything. Anything. What's going on, Wendy? Send some rain here. Man, you can have all this rain. This rain it's annoying, man. Cause then you gotta shut your air conditioners off. It sucks. What sucks is working night shift and then you sleep all damn day. That's what sucks. You sleep all day and work all night. Then you ain't got time to do much anything else. But this weekend coming up, I got a couple days off. I'll be out there. I'll definitely be out there. Thanks, Lisa. I'm all right, man. I feel a lot better. A lot better than last week. I had a bad week last week, man. Back was down. Then my heart gave out. Trump is giving a speech right now. Right? Right, Snoop? Going on, Damien? You did that graveyard shit. It sucks, man. It's going to change after this year. Definitely going to change once this year's up. I want to get in the woods a lot more. It's passing the blunt to the right. Oh, I got you, Bigfoot Trey. Lay off the smokes. I I hate pussycat or pussyfoot, man. That's the only thing keeps me sane is the smoking. I even got a damn torch. Did they give you a spray for it? No, they did in Geneva. And why I see your name, Geneva, I see you hit the PayPal again this week. It's like every week your name is on there. Hey, I need to come and visit you. You pretty much paid for a whole trip for me to come and see you. Guys, definitely, if you want to help out the channel. The PayPal link is in the description. Geneva Bernard, that definitely does help us out. It helps us get out into the woods. Gas ain't cheap. Buying everybody's drinks and batteries ain't cheap. It gets costly. That's definitely appreciated for sure. Yeah, I smoked a cigarette in 2 months. I wish I could say that. I will be saying that soon. That's like on my top of the to do list is quit. Just not today. Just not today. Cookie's alright, man. Cookie's good. She back to normal now. I just gotta build her weight back up. She lost a lot of weight when she got sick. Definitely, if you got small dogs, don't give them turkey jerkies. The turkey jerkies from Costco's is like poison. And the pig ears, they're not good for small dogs. It will kill them. They said they lost a lot of small dogs this year just over turkey jerky. A pack a day. Me too, Mid South. Me too. That's what I was saying, Kimberly. The turkey jerky pretty much bonded her up to where she didn't want to eat nothing at all, drink nothing. She just wanted to lay around and sleep. And then finally she woke up and ate everything in the house after about 9 days, 10 days of freaking me out. But she's good now. Milk bones are good. I've been sticking with the giving her the Slim Jims. Give her like 2 Slim Jims in the morning, 2 Slim Jims at night. Damn, that's a lot, Dean. Right, Lizzie? Thanks. That's my puppy. I don't know. I ain't seen my mom on here yet. I don't know where she's at. She might be sleeping like me. This rain, that's all this rain makes you want to do is just sleep. It takes. It's like it drains you. I don't know. Or maybe it's the sound of the rain and the thunder and the lightning going on. It just makes you sleep better. It makes you feel. I don't. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know if it's just me or just everybody. Yeah, when they heard Bigfoot give out, hey, that yell will freak anybody out. Anybody. I heard that yell like 3 times. It's bone chilling. It could be 20 miles away, and you just that yell would still send chills down your spine. The first time I heard it out when we was out at Fred's baby mom's campsite, we was out there, and the first night I put deer cams out on trees out there. That same night, it it let out a loud scream, and it was bad. We was all sitting around the campfire when it happened, when it let out that scream, and Fred's baby mom kept saying, "That's an elk screaming. That's an elk." Like, no, we know what I know what an elk scream is. I've been out Colorado. I heard elk scream, and that's not an elk scream. The elk's more like a whistle, and this thing was yelling. It was yelling loud. It just echoed through the mountains. No, I don't have no cats. Cookie wouldn't allow me to have no cats. She makes sure that she kick my ass and the cat's ass and throw us both out. She ain't gonna have no cats around her. Right, right, Long Island. It definitely ain't no elk. I heard a deer being killed out there. A buck. Well, me and my ex Carrie, we was walking out the trail early in the morning. It was like 4:35 in the morning. The sun was just starting to come up. Sound like a woman being killed. You got a point. There's some more police coming down. I don't know what's going on in Cornerville. People's getting restless over this pandemic. Everybody's starting to act up. What's going on, Money Mike? I see you on here. Amy Schultz is in the house. Right in that. Them clacks freaked me out. It's Chrissy was scared. She froze. She's, what is that? Who's doing that? Come on, keep moving. Come on, Fred, get her. Let's just move. They was letting it know loud and clear that they didn't want us in there. They didn't want us up in there. So I'm gonna see how they treat me when I go back. See if they start doing that again. If they do, I'm going off trail. I'm going up there. See if he pushes off or if he knocks my ass down. Either way, we're gonna find out. I hear you, Damien. The rock on rock. Well, it was wood on rock first, and then they hurry up and switch to rock on rock clacking. They kept doing it a few different times as we was walking out. Going on, Kelly. Mike's been fired for like 2 years now. Mike been fired forever. Ask him, hey Mike, when you coming to the woods? Bigfoot World want to know. We waiting on the answer. Where you at, Mike? Oh, you disappear all of a sudden. See, watch. Mike ain't gonna respond. Ever since we got stuck, we come out in between these two rocks, like in Bigfoot land, how we zigzag through them rocks, them tall rocks. Every time the last time we came through there, zigzagging through, and we came out on the other side, and they was talking on both sides of us, like we was in the middle. It was Mike and Jeff both was with me, and when we came out, they was chattering, and Jeff was getting ready to take off. I had to hold him by his shirt, and Mike comes up against me like, Dad. Mike wanted to go back through, and we just had to just stand there. We were stuck. There was nothing we could do. If they wanted us, they got us. It's like we walked right into them. Didn't even realize it. We came right out there into them. Couldn't move, couldn't flinch, couldn't do anything. I told him just stand here for a minute. Just let it happen. Just listen and let it happen. Jeffrey freaked out. Mike crying. That was the last time they really went back in. They won't go back. They're done after that one. Going to Colorado Spring for 5 days. That's what's up, Kim. Get some good pictures for me, man. It's a beautiful place. It's been years since I've been out there. I'm going. It don't look like I'm gonna make it this year, but next year definitely. I'm definitely. Leave now, deep voice. That's what's up, Kim. Especially them structures out there is crazy. They got some crazy structures. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them Friday night lives, guys. Especially, I'm just waking up, sat down, hitting the live button. It's like, man, do I really want to do this? But anything for you guys. We got to keep it going every Friday night live, no matter what. Rain, sleet, or snow, we got to sit down and let it go. That stink smell. You talking about when we was going into the area when we first got in? I smelled it. I smelled it bad, but I didn't think it was that strong enough for a Bigfoot. But I guess it was. Maybe he just wasn't close enough. He was just far enough back to where I could just get that whiff of him, where it lingered on down through. What's up, puppies? Who you bitching at? You good? Oh, you want to see everybody? Come here. Come here, puppy. You coming in to see him? Here, Cookie, guys. She coming in to see everybody. You good? Why you looking at me like that? You mad at me about something? You want to talk about it? She always mad at me. I don't know what I did. She just give me that look like, hey man, can you say dispensary? What? Oh, dispensary. It'd be nice. Just go to the dispensary. All right, Kirk, go play. I love you puppies. I love the puppies. But guys, that moss, it means something. I seen a lot of the comments. You guys was talking about they use it for like medicinal purposes. They rub it on their wounds or they eat it. It could be used for water. I mean, it could be a few different reasons, but I think it's more they use it more like a symbolistic, because them bones that they left me in the other spot with the moss stuck on top in the same fashion as they left it out there. That's more symbolic. So it means something. I just don't know what. I gotta figure that out because that's some weird shit going on with that moss, toothbrush moss. I seen some comments where they said they might cover themselves up and use it for like a camo. I mean, that's possible too. Anything possible, but I think that moss on that tree like that was something symbolistic, and they eat weed. I'm sure they do. They ain't mind. You know how much weed they would have to eat to get stoned. A Bigfoot, they're huge. The 1,200 pounds. That probably take a lot. That's for a baby. Oh, toilet paper. Hey, that's a. You never know, man. You all right, puppy? Cook. She out there. House is dark. I think it was a message that we ain't figured out yet. That's right, Long Island. It's something going on with that. I'm just gotta keep my eyes open for it, because I'm sure it's not gonna be the last time I see it. It's been popping up a lot this year, but this is the first year that I've actually seen something like that. That they left me something like that. Am I going to try music? You want me to go out there and sing to them in that? I'll be out there singing them songs and shit. Nah, I'll never take Cookie out there. She's kind of brave. She's too ballsy. She might not make it out of there. Every time I take her out here and the pit bull next door is out there, she goes right after him. I don't know what's up with her. You left us, Kim? One of these times, I'm not gonna be aware of it. Cookie's just going to get ate up by that big ass dog. She thinks she's 10 foot tall and bulletproof. She don't care. She comes after me sometimes. If I'm out there and I play with another dog and I come home smelling like a dog, she tears my ass up. She don't even play. She lights me up. Just normal music. You don't want to scare them off. I hear you, Geneva. Any of you play flute? Not me. I don't play too much of anything. I play myself. That's about it. It's definitely there. Oh, those little dogs think they're bad. Right, Amy? Them little chihuahuas and Mexican dogs, they don't play. They're like the Mexican cartel and shit. They don't they don't play at all. Try flute music, Frogman. And how you mean on my phone? Just turn on some flute music and let it play, see what they do. You would think like Indian music, more tribal music, play some tribal music, some drums out there. That's something they probably ain't heard in a long time. And to hear something like that echoing through the mountains, that might bring them out. That's a good idea, really. All right, TM, I'm with you, man. I'm still trying to wake up. I ain't even got coffee to wake up. Where is my mom? I ain't seen my mom on here yet. I hear you, David. David, you good? You bouncing around the house like something going on out there. You guys can't. You notice you guys can't see out there no more. I'm done with these shadow pricks. I'm giving them too much power. They've been getting out of hand a little bit, so I've been arranging where they're out the picture. They're not gonna keep popping up on me like that. Yeah, I made it to where you can't see out the doorway or down into my bedroom, because it seemed like every Friday that's when they start acting up. They'll be opening up my closet door in my bedroom. You'll see the shadow going back and forth back there. Not tonight. I got to sleep here. I got to sleep in that room. Could you imagine what they're doing while I'm sleeping in there? What the hell they're moving around? That's something to think about. I hear you, Link. Vengeful ones made it. It could be terrifying in there, but if you let it, I don't really feed into it. I try to ignore it for the most part. If I put a camera up there, I'd be moving. But it would be interesting to see if I didn't live here. Yeah, Amy, cookies good. Tape them. How you tape them? Oh, tape them. What's going on in there? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. And then that's like feeding into it, and then they get worse. Every time you talk about it, feed into it and shit, they start doing dumb shit. My shit starts coming up missing, and then pop up and right in front of my face. It's weird. It's like I'll look all over the place for my lighter. Actually, earlier today, I was looking all over for the place for my lighter, and I couldn't find it. Every room, and then every time I get ready to give up on it, sit down and say, hell with it. It's right there. It's right in front of me where I already looked 5 times. I hear you, isn't it? It ain't. See, you think it's my downstairs neighbor sneaking around? My doors are locked. Hello? Yeah, my closet door opening up. We're done. We're done talking about it. This is like the second Friday in a row it did that. Do you think that's Cookie? Hey, Cookie can't open up my closet door. You good, puppies? Yeah, hey, puppies. You open up the door. And she should have been barking and shit. That's crazy. Oh, that's you, Damien. That former neighbor. I don't know what it is. It's a black shadow all the time I see. When am I going back to the cave? Soon. I've been wanting to check it out, see what's going on, what's changed up and through there. Soon. But I want to get up to this new forest this time and see what's going on. I want to cover that new forest. At least a couple trips out of that new forest, and then I'm gonna start checking out the cave area. It's staying in my closet. Smoky Mouth. Get Fred in there. Yeah, I want to get. I've been wanting to get Fred. Well, Fred's getting ready after this first year. Fred's about to be mobile. He'll have a ride, so he'll be out in the woods more. So definitely, he'll definitely be in that cave. I've been trying to get him in the cave. I wanted to get him in the cave for that overnighter, but it just didn't. With that randonautica shit going on, the people popping out of the deep forest, it's. I just said, let's get out of here, man. It ain't worth our life. Anything can happen. We're in the forest. Anything can happen. There's people out here, and we see the people out here. Let's just get out of here. Can you make or show us a map of where you have been? I'm gonna read that plaque to you. There's a big ass sign out there. I'm gonna read it to you to let you know like the background, the information, when the fire started, because I ain't even for sure myself. And why it started. I really just like hurry up and quick read over it and went through just because I was filming. Fred don't give two F's on anything. When you point at a hole, he'll go in it. You seen that already. I said, Fred, we ain't going. We walk up in between that crack with the gigantic spider right there. I said, yeah, we ain't going this way. I already knew Fred. Like, Fred, we ain't going this way. And as I'm saying it, he's going on through there. He don't care. He just don't care. Stay out of Black Widow Cave. When Fred asked for a body and money, that's where it took us to. That's where the arrow went to. And I said, nah, it's dark, man. We ain't messing with that at night. Let's wait till morning and we'll get in there and check that out. And we headed over to Bigfoot land. And not even 5 minutes walking in the no, it was Moy land. 5 minutes walking into Moy land. That's when the side by side started flying up out of the deep hole. I hear you, man. I kept telling you it was an Indian looking at me in my face. Wow, that's crazy. TM. It took me a minute to read that, but that's interesting. I wouldn't be sharing that VHS with nobody. Yeah, definitely am, Amy. What is the side by side? Oh, a lot of people ask me that. It's like a dune buggy type. It's a trail blaster pretty much. It's something like a quad, but it's got a steering wheel, seat side by side. I googled it near Ohio Power where I've been to many years while whitewater rafting, and yeah, it's nice up white in Ohio Power. There's a lot of new sightings came out of Ohio Power. A lot of weird shit in Ohio Power as well. Actually, Ohio Power is where I filmed that ritual site. A woman being killed. Oh, you mean when we did the overnighter? When we started playing random? That's another thing. We soon as we started playing random, we kept hearing that woman in the woods, like, "Come over here, help us over here," and that just added to it. It's like, man, this is never before. We never hear this shit out here, and all of a sudden there's gonna be a woman over here telling us go over there. Side by sides coming up. We just it was stacking up to get out of there. It definitely was. When you speak of them walking with you, but at a distance, it is what it's called paralleling. They walk, yeah, they parallel us all the time coming out, always coming out. They're probably the whole time, but we notice it when we're coming out. When we're leaving out, they're back there and like 50 yards back, coming in behind us. Probably making sure we leave. Man, we're definitely going Long Island. We're definitely going to get a drone. That's been on the list. We've been talking about that for a long time. Get a drone out there. Every time we start hearing them clacking, we can just send that drone right in that direction. That would save us a lot of life, and pretty much. And it's a good ass idea to do, especially like when they started clacking. I could have sent the drone straight over and they're at it, whatever it was clacking, and there's no running from a drone. There's a guy who's been studying the Bigfoot migration. Okay, Bobby Joe. That's cool. That's cool, Long Island Bigfoot. To find the new rock caves. It definitely did. That clicking and clacking, it definitely got louder and louder. It's like keep going, keep. It was warning us to back off. It's what it was doing. Only some migrate. I think not all. I think the same, Dean. I think the same, because I've been out there and they've been there all year. There's some that's been there all year long, but at the same time, it gets next to slim to no activity whatsoever. But they are there. They are there. I have found tracks. I followed the tracks a lot of times in the wintertime. So I don't think they all migrate. It's like the some bears, some do, some don't. Right, Wendy? That's what we was thinking. It would be crazy. Get a drone out there. Every time we hear something going on, we can just send a drone out its way. That would probably put Bigfoot on the map, especially in a good hot spot. You're just gonna stop. Whatever doing this stupid shit. That's enough. That's enough. You're freaking me out. I think they do too, Kim. I think the ones in Bigfoot land, I know they live underground. They're definitely living in the underground up there. And actually, that was the first thing we did ask Randonaut was when we was randonauting. We That was the first thing. Bigfoot's house. Take us to Bigfoot's cave, and it took us like 3 hours through the forest, down into the deep forest, where they always come out, and from the direction they always come out of, it was taking us down into that direction. One day in the daytime, we got that saved. One day in the daytime, we're gonna take that hike. We're gonna definitely take that hike. I want to see where it takes us. We got the coordinates to it. Thanks, Carol. Oh, mine shafts. That's what I'm thinking too. That's a good point. That's a good question too, TM. Because that humming, them drones do make that humming, but you would still probably be able to hear them taking off, see them taking off. You have to be quick with it. That's what's up, Regina. I'm gonna do some studying on that, Dean, because that's a good question. I'm sure there is. There's a lot of old mines coming through here. That's what Carnersville was pretty much built on was mines. So there's definitely stuff here. Old caverns, old mines, coke ovens, and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more filming out there, Regina. About the fires, I think the fires happened a long time ago, but it don't seem like I can't really. It's like I read that sign real fast and I seen the date, and then when I got it a half a mile away, I forgot exactly what the date was. and like all three of us forgot. So when I go back out there, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna give you guys some more information about that forest. But it said I think it said like 1,200 acres burned down. But there's a lot of trees that's like scorched. There's a lot of burnt trees and that ain't even 20 years old, 25 years old that's burned up. So it could have been lightning and it happened later on after the fire. I don't know. I'm gonna read that sign a little bit more. And if you notice, once we get up in like 2 miles in there, all that brush land. What the hell is that brush from? The whole forest is mountained up with like tree brush. But there's no trees laying. It's just brush. It's weird. It's a weird area. It's definitely weird. We pretty much just did a walkthrough on the first go around. I'm gonna get more into it this next trip out. Take a pick the post. How do I feel about the quantum relates with Bigfoot, like up in the Sahara Mountains? I don't know, Casey. I don't know nothing about that. It could be. I don't know. I ain't. I just go out and look for 'em. I don't try to push nothing. I don't push no like one agenda. I just go out and go off of what I experience. I don't know nothing about the quantum physics and all that. That's like over my head and out of my hands. I go out and look for the Sasquatch themselves. All that brush, I don't know, Bob. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible that the Sasquatch are doing that, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. It would have to take years to do something like that. Well, I don't know. I can't say that either. I'm gonna do a little bit more looking at it, see what's going on, see if I can figure something out. People are seeing different things because there's different beings. Yeah, Dean, I already know. You're right about that. Bob Mason's in the house. Yeah, he's here. Logging and select burn by BLM. I heard some stories about the BLM and the shit that they're doing, and I seen some of the shit that they're doing. You guys seen some shit that they're doing. For example, look at that cave. That's done by the BLM. It became fairly restricted. Cameras mounted up. That's from the BLM. So they're they're doing what they got to do. That you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get myself into no kind of trouble, guys. You know how that goes. You say the wrong shit, they're kicking in your doors and shit. Structures, the one for the area. Kim. That is a beautiful area, and there's some crazy ass structures. And that's just staying on trail. I didn't even go off trail yet. Wait till I get off trail and see what's going on. That's a forest that you can get lost in and just you never find your way out. It's just one of them forests that goes on and on. It goes on to through like Virginia, Maryland. It keeps going. It don't stop. It goes through like 3 or 4 different states, I think. Thanks, DJ. Appreciate that. Have you ever come across any more of those three-toed tracks? Regina, nah, I ain't really been after them three-toed tracks. That's when it went downhill for the cave. That's when they pretty much federally restricted where we ain't allowed up there. They put camera on camera facing each other the whole way through there. They got it pretty much on lockdown. So I've been just checking in on it periodically, maybe once, twice a month, see what changes, it's what's going on up through there. I ain't been up there in a while. I'm due to go back up in there. They don't want you going after them three toes. Scotty, I ain't trying to find. When I found them three toe tracks, man, the first thing I thought was somebody playing with me, somebody bullshitting me. And as I was following them and walking down through there, I was following the 16-incher out in the middle of the road, and there was a smaller one walking off the road, like maybe 4 or 5 feet up into the wood lines, walking. He was like 8-inch track, but they was going parallel on each other, going down that dirt road. And as I was going down in, I seen to where we came up on this frozen mud puddle, and when like the first three toes it stepped on the puddle, it realized it was ice. I don't know if it slipped or what, but the next time it closed its feet up and punched through the puddle, and then on the next step it opened them back up and like step. That's when this is real. This is a freaking dinosaur. This is crazy, man. There's dinosaurs up in here. Some kind of reptile, some T-Rex type shit. It's weird. It just blew my mind. Some of you guys said it was a emu. It was none of that. It didn't have no spur in the back. It had a human heel in the back that went up in the three toes in the front. It's with claws. So the first thought I had was a dinosaur. It's weird. It's crazy as shit. It blew my mind. And if I didn't get that on film, nobody would ever believe something like that. I still don't believe some shit like that, but this seeing is believing. You think it's a demon? I don't know what it is, but it's there. It's still there. The one end where they put the steel crate over top of the hole where we slid down in there, that's busted back open. I don't know if humans did it or if they did it, but it's there's ways in there. I don't see it being humans because of the cameras and the big signs. It's saying it's fairly restricted. I don't think humans would take that chance to do something like that, but who knows? You got two-toed prints? That's crazy. I'd like to see that. Right, Regina. You're thinking the same way I was when I found it. Have I seen any bears out there? When it comes to the Bigfoot lands, if it's a Bigfoot area, you're not going to see whatsoever. You're not going to see any kind of bear, no black bear. Well, I ain't gonna say you're not, but I haven't. I've never ever came across any bear sign, no kind of bear whatsoever. If there's Bigfoot sign, there's no bear sign. But if there's bear sign, there's no Bigfoot sign. And I've been good every bit of 10 years, and I've never ever seen no bear and Bigfoot sign mixed ever, ever. It never happened. It's a ghost pretending to be a werewolf with their. Nah, it ain't. It definitely ain't no ghost. It was imprinted pretty heavy into the mud, walking down through there. I followed it all the way down to the rock face. It went up the rock face, and I went down to where I can climb up and come up, and I couldn't pick his track back up on top. It was like tall grass, and it went into the mountain laurel. I couldn't pick his track back up, but he walked up a good 40, 50 foot rock face straight up and down. He went up it. I don't know if he climbed it or what, but he went up that way. Something we would need ropes and shit for. He went right on up it, whatever it was. The ATV and choppers. Now that was a nightmare. The black you talking about the Black Hawks military choppers. They circled over top of us. That's when we first got down into the ravine. We got down into the bottom of the ravine, And it wasn't. We wasn't even in there 2 minutes. Then them three Black Hawk military choppers flew in and just circled us for like 16 minutes. We filmed them for 16 minutes, circling over top of us. Dogman, definitely not. Definitely not. You must not know I'm live. It's most likely evil. Sounds pretty. I don't know what it is, Joyce. I mean, you can check the video out. It's WTF is this on my channel on them three-toed tracks. Only thing about smoking bugler, guys, it goes out like million freaking times. That's why I got the torch out. You know, as long as I've been doing these live streams, people would know not to interrupt me. Cause I don't take that shit too nicely when you interrupt my live stream. That I hate that, man. I definitely hate that. They're supposed to be demonic. See, I don't try to mix that with what's going on. I don't know what it is. There is some demonic shit going on there. Believe me, I know that firsthand. I seen Fred, but I don't. I think there's two different entities there. Turn the phone off. Yeah, you got a good point. But I gotta keep it on if in case something happens, like my gram, and that's my uncle calling. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I might have to go here in a little bit, see what's going on. The Vince, I ain't seen Vince. My mom, everybody's at my age tonight, but I did wake up late. I was beat. This week took a lot out of me. I just collapsed. I laid down and was dead. Let it dry after you twist it up. What you talk about? I, I wish I didn't even read that. Bigfoot flesh on blood. Yeah, that's where I'm at, 2D. Roll your own, mix it up. Oh, I got you now, Joyce. Nah, I just smoke straight bugler. Straight bugler. Poor Fred's debate. Not really. We both really debate. When it comes down to it, when we're in there, guys. Oh, there's my mom. When it comes down to it, yeah, I guess my grandma's in the hospital. Damn. They called the Bigfoot in the book of Enoch. That's why my phone's going crazy. Look like gonna be one of them long ass nights. Grand. I ain't saying that, David. Stay overnight in the cave. You're trying to get us killed. I don't know about the cave overnighter. Man. Well, now we are going to be doing an overnighter real soon at the waterfall. Don't look at too much. Thanks, Rod. I seen a ton of paranormal above the tree lines that was spooky as hell. Me too, Gary. Like the energy ball above the tree line coming, just hovering right through, just going right through the forest. The big ass, looked like a basketball of energy. It was the size of a basketball, big ass ball of energy. It looked like a small sun. It was it was crazy. Me and Fred was just walking, and they would pass us right on by, right on through the forest, like we ain't even there. Never seen it again. Not that it was like a one time thing. what is Randonautica? Kim Randonautica is an app that people been downloading on their phone, and it's like geocaching. But whatever you think, this is something you think of something in your mind. People's been thinking of murder, death, money, treasures, and whatever you think, you hit like search on the app, and it sends you to this location, and you'll find something pertaining to what you're thinking. People have been finding bodies. People have been finding money, drugs. It's been working for people. So I went there, and I my first thought was Bigfoot's house, and it took us to an area. I think it was like 2 or 4 hour walk into the deep forest. So I was way doing that at night. So we saved that. Then the next one we was going to do just Bigfoot period. And as me and Ashley was thinking Bigfoot, Fred blurts out money and bodies, and it took us to the cave, right to that cave where the bones are, in the Black Widow cave. It took us over to there, and I said, Fred, we ain't doing that till daylight, man. Wait till morning, we'll go over there and check that out. So we left and went to Moyland, and not even 5 minutes in Moyland, that's when them quads came flying up out of the deep forest. It was crazy. That was nuts. Why would people be there at that time of the night in the deep forest? And then when the quads, when the quads coming, you hear them off at a distance, and it gets louder and louder. These things like appeared right there, and they're automatically rushing up the side of the mountain. Like it's hard to explain. Like they started up and took off right there, like a football field right away from us. They started up and rushed up at us. It's the feeling that I got. It was just, it's all bad. When that app is all bad, it's not to be played at nighttime or alone. Do not play that shit alone. He's right, Dean. You're right, Dean. Um, I seen another video where someone else, I think in Oregon, found some three-toed tracks identical to these ones that I found here in Pennsylvania. Identical. But guys, I hate to cut it short tonight, but I'm getting messages. My gram's in the hospital. They're doing surgery on her. So I guess we're finding out together. So I'm gonna have to go see what's going on. Keep losing connection. I think you should camp in a tent and let them come to you. Uh yeah, we tried that, and that works. They do come up to us, and it gets too intense. The last time I had me, Fred, Money Mike, and Jeff out there, and we was all sitting in that tent, and one put his hand on it through the tent down in on top of Mike's head. It that's some freaky shit. You feel powerless. You definitely feel powerless over that. But guys, I definitely got to take off. There's something going on with my gram. I gotta go figure out what's going on with that. But definitely, guys, I'm going back to that new forest, checking it out, and I want to get off trail and see what's going on up there. But for the night, as I see my nights just beginning, I gotta go see what's up with Graham. And thanks for all the good prayers, guys. I appreciate that. With that being said, guys, sorry to cut this Friday night a little bit short. Sometimes you gotta go when you gotta go, but I'm sure you guys understand. Definitely stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, Bigfoot World. Thanks, Vengeful One.